What's up, guys? Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles. In this episode, I want to go over points and miles redemptions. Now, a lot is talked about on YouTube and on blogs and Facebook about how to earn points. Not a whole lot is revealed about how folks are redeeming those points and miles. So on this episode, I have a couple trips planned, and I want to go over, quite honestly, how I'm using my points and miles. And I want to show you some really great redemptions and some okay redemptions. I just want to show people how powerful sometimes these points and miles are, and also how average they are sometimes. Either way, it's an extremely rewarding hobby or pastime to use points and miles to travel for less because it saves money. So guys, if you are new to the channel, we talk about credit cards, points, miles, and cash back, and how we can travel the world and do things we otherwise wouldn't normally be able to do. If you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button. We are gaining subscribers and we are really excited about it. And please do me a favor and hit the like button. It will help with the YouTube algorithm, and it'll help me get this information out to people who need it. Okay, so this is going to be a relatively short video, and I just want to go over some of the redemptions I've booked. And by the time this video releases, I will probably be in Animal Kingdom in Walt Disney World. And that's where we'll start. Our first redemption is going to be for our family trip to Disney World. I've never been there. The boy has never been there. It's kind of one of those obligatory trips you have to go as a parent. And I wanted to try to save some money doing it. It's a very intimidating trip financially for people who are frugal and people who don't like to blow cash. So, first redemption. We live in Ohio, so we have to fly to Orlando. So our first redemption, which I think is a very good redemption, I'm fairly proud of it. We are flying American Airlines from Columbus to Orlando. For 3 round-trip tickets, I used 46,500 American Airlines miles. Now, to put that in perspective, I'll put it here, and we'll go over each redemption. As far as cents per point or cents per mile, we'll use the term point and mile interchangeably, because for this exercise it really doesn't matter. I used 46,500 American Airlines miles. That was for 3 round-trip tickets that would have cost me $1,170. So I didn't want to spend the $1,170, and that comes out to approximately 2.5 cents per point or mile. I have long said that American Airlines miles are much more valuable than normally advertised. So cutting $1,100 down on the Disney trip, well worth it. Our next redemption is the hotel we are going to stay at Disney World. Now, I'm not going to give you the exact location, but it is a Hilton Disney resort right outside Walt Disney World. And we are only going to stay 5 nights. I think that's plenty for August as far as how hot it's going to be. So 5 nights, I spent 172,000 Hilton Honors Points. Now again, Hilton Honors Points are notoriously valued lower than other points, but this is a stay that cash price would have been $1,929. So I'm getting a value from my Hilton Honors Points of 1.1 cents per point, which is almost twice as much value as most people report getting. Now I will say this is not common for me as far as using Hilton points, but it is something that I'm really happy for because I'm saving $1,900. So for our Disney trip, which we've already established is very expensive, we've already knocked $3,000 off the cost of the trip with our points and miles. Just that is probably worth a year of buckling down and learning the credit card game. Next redemption, in September I am going to Dubai. I'm going to be meeting one of my old Navy buddies there, and I have never been to Dubai. I've never been to the Middle East. So this is a bucket list or a once-in-a-lifetime trip for me, I think you could say. And I booked a round-trip ticket from Columbus, Ohio to Dubai on Qatar Airways in their Q suites. Now, there are tons of YouTube videos on the Q suites, and this is something that I may never get to experience again. So I kind of went all out, and I spent 140,000 American Airlines miles booking this on Qatar Airways. Now, the cash price is a little bit difficult to say because there are British Airways and Qatar Airways, and there's another Middle Eastern airline that I didn't consider. But I want to say the price, the cash price for business class was right around $5,800. And that makes our redemption value 4.1 cents per point or mile for American. Again, that is great for me. That's the best redemption I've ever gotten with American Airlines miles. Really happy about that. And we will have a video about Dubai and how we got there. The next redemption I want to talk about is, I mentioned this in another video, but my wife has always wanted to go to Ireland, and our anniversary is on St. Patrick's Day. And if you have been following the events in the world in the last 18-20 months, we haven't had a whole lot to celebrate on St. Patrick's Day. So that is our one day we really cut loose and we have fun. We haven't been able to do it. So I splurged and I bought 3 round-trip tickets to Dublin, Ireland the week of St. Patrick's Day on Delta Air in Comfort Plus. If you're not familiar with Comfort Plus, it is Delta's version of premium economy. Unfortunately, I couldn't splurge for a business or first class, but I think we'll do pretty well in Comfort Plus. And I spent 186,000 membership rewards points for this flight. I do have another video detailing how I did that, and that video is about the American Express Business Gold Card. So back to our redemption. 186,000 membership rewards points, and the cash equivalent of this flight for 3 tickets, we are taking the boy, would have been $8,600. Now, these sound like higher ticket items, and it is relevant that I don't want to spend my money on higher ticket items like this. I'm very fortunate to experience these things, but points and miles with credit cards and other vehicles is the only way I'm going to be able to experience these things. So back to the Dublin trip, 186,000 membership rewards points, cash equivalent was $8,600. We're getting 4.4 cents per point. Now normally folks will value membership rewards points at 2 cents each. I think we did really, really well. I'm really proud of myself. Now, for the finale, I only have our hotels booked for the first couple nights in Dublin. We don't know what we're going to do. I think we're going to get a car and we're going to run around the whole country. But the significance of this hotel is it is on the St. Patrick's Day parade route. That was really important to my wife. I think it makes it really convenient, and I'm hoping it's a super cool experience. We'll see. But the hotel now is sold out. I do think these prices will skyrocket the closer we get to St. Patrick's Day. But at the time of booking, the room for 2 nights was $1,100, and I spent 120,000 Marriott points, and that gives me a valuation of 0.9 cents per point, which is not great. It's not bad. It's right on with what most people value, and I'm happy with it. So guys, that is most of my scheduled redemptions. We are going to do a couple more trips in addition to this, but I want to emphasize this is not meant to be any type of brag or anything like that. This is an exercise or a video that I wanted to put out to show people what they can do with these points. Again, I mentioned a lot of YouTubers and a lot of social media emphasize earning rewards and earning points. They don't always give it good examples of what they can be used for. And I think these are, well, there are some average redemptions and some weird redemptions. I know a lot of people probably aren't going to Dubai just for the heck of it, but something I wanted to do. I think it's a super cool trip. A lot of us probably aspire to or regularly go to Europe, and fingers crossed we will be able to do that next March. But this is just an example of what we can do with a few minutes a day spent with our finances and our credit cards and getting into this points and miles game. There are also people who favor cash back. And if you are one of those people, we do have a Rakuten link below. Use Rakuten as your shopping portal and you will get $30 cash back on your very first purchase. Guys, if you stayed until the end, I really appreciate it. And if you would please give me a like, it will help with the YouTube algorithm and I will be able to push this video out a little further than if you did not. Anyways, if you stayed around to the end, thank you.